What's up?
Hey, that's my line. What's up, boy?
What's up?
We have some breaking news right off the bat. Uh,
Breaking
the truth,
news.
the fraud is late.
The fraud. The fraud is late.
That's
Stuck
such a fraudulent news.
stuck in traffic.
Yeah, the fraud is late. He shouldn't have gone to Walmart so late.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, wait,
Sometimes it
but
be like
it's
that.
not as late for him though.
You're right, but his late is his early is our late.
Yeah. Later for you than it is for me.
Facts, which I don't even think we've even mentioned that before on the pod that we're all in three different time zones.
Yes.
It's got to be the only one, right? The only podcast that does that. Three different
I
time zones.
I have
Got to
no
be.
idea. But I know I'm in the best time zone. So
I mean, I would argue that people in California are in the best time zone. Maybe not the best area, but the best time zone because then their Sunday night football is like 5. They can still have like their day after. I mean, they'd have to get
no,
up early for football.
no.
No,
Central time. Best time. That's
well,
all I got. I don't get nice weather. Give me my time zone.
okay, you can have the time zone. You can also have the Minnesota Vikings fans. You can keep
What?
all of them. You can have the Vikings fans too. You can keep all of them.
Oh God, F off. They're so loud this week.
They're loud every week. And now if they beat the Bills with hurt Josh Allen, they're gonna be even louder.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But I mean, they 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 got a tough offense, you know.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's
Um,
just come playoff time, every game's in prime time.
that's true. Primetime Kirk is a thing. It
Absolutely.
is a thing. So I want to roast Jimothy here. He's bald, or he should be. So should I, and so should you. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's all it is. We're just
We're
three
old.
bald men.
We're old. We're
Oh,
old.
well, I just got a message from Jimothy saying that he was going to be here soon. Uh,
Mm,
so still late, still late.
absolutely.
If you ain't first, you're last.
But that is close to the time that he said he was going to be getting back. So
Yeah, tried to wait for him, but sometimes we just gotta do what we gotta do because we're the ones who have to get up early, which is for us getting up early is his really early. Time zones are confusing because me and you get up at the same time, but I actually get up at 6 and you get up at 5. Or you get up before that? What time do you get up?
I leave my house at 5.
Okay, so you're up at what 4:30 then or 4?
4:30, 4:30, 4:30 is my last alarm because blue collar got to have multiple alarms.
I have one alarm and then the internal thing.
No, but the past few days I've been waking up in the middle of the freaking night thinking I was late for work.
I woke up this morning at 4:30 and then I was like, I don't have to be up for at least 2 hours. Why am I awake? Then I couldn't go back to sleep.
Just thinking about all those sports.
All the sports. What's
Should
the
we get baseball done since Jimothy's not even here?
Well, I figured we could do baseball with him here because then you two can say the same thing, and then uh, that'll be it. But we can talk about this without Jimothy. Brady hitting 100K postseason and regular season yards. Pretty impressive.
It is. Too bad he's playing like dog crap.
I think the entire Bucks team is. I don't know if it's necessarily Brady.
Yeah,
I think
that's fair.
Rodgers is playing bad. The
Yeah,
Packers are playing bad, but Brady's probably maybe a little bit Fournette too is probably like the only bright spot on the Bucks.
dude, aren't the Bucks like second worst rushing offense in the league?
Yeah, but Fournette has had his moments, is I guess what I mean. I mean, Mike Evans he had a really big bad drop in
The
one of the
the
but
best Bucks moment of the year is Mike Evans laying out Marshawn Lattimore.
mhm,
That is the best moment this year for that team, and
mhm.
that's kind of sad with all the like stars that they have. And I was watching that game, and the commentators they really need to stop saying, "Oh, this guy's still playing like he's in his prime," or like he hasn't slowed one bit. Like I remember him saying about Levanta David, and I'm just like, he he has slowed a lot.
Mhm.
He's still good. He's still very good, but
Mhm.
he is not the player he was. And
Nope.
it's blasphemy to act like he is. He's he's still a startable middle linebacker on basically every team, but
Yeah.
he's no longer top three. You know, he's
Mhm.
probably around 12.
And and I was curious about Mike Evans' stats because he has like what this is his ninth season, all the seasons straight with 1,000 yards. I was
Yeah,
just seeing where he was at this season. He's at oh, look at this, the fraud.
Hey,
the true fraud.
I must be
He's
signed into my account. I don't see anything.
oh, that's fine.
That sucks.
I mean, you're already late, so it wouldn't hurt anything if you left and came back.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't need to control anything. I think you can handle this one.
Maybe Watch is not even gonna post to YouTube because I failed.
No, it's on YouTube. I looked already.
Oh, oh, okay. Oh, were you the one viewer?
Yeah, for a minute there, until
Bro,
like
why'd you
a
leave?
minute, because I was gonna go live on TikTok, but I'm so unprepared right now that I need to like
Okay,
look up favorites and all that
it's
kind of
okay.
stuff.
We're just winging it. We were talking about this, but we never even really mentioned it, other than the fact that Brady did actually hit 100K. We started talking about how bad the Bucks are.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, what do you say? I mean, but I did hear while I was briefly tuning in on YouTube, the Buccaneers are, I believe, the worst or the second worst running team in the NFL. Like they are doing their running game has been absolute dog shit.
yeah. I think the worst is the Packers, and then second worst is the Bucks, if I remember right.
Maybe I'm just remembering that one game that Fournette carried. Uh, and he had a really good game. He had a decent game against the Cowboys. I'm remembering a different game, or maybe I'm just stupid. Which all things can be true.
Yeah, two things can be true at the same time. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So Mike Evans is also at like 600 yards receiving, so he's probably going to get to the 1,000 yards again.
Yeah,
You know that Tyreek Hill's already at 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he's at like 1,100, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 300 ahead of I forget who's in second place, but he's about 300 yards ahead of him.
That's probably Cup. That'd be my guess.
Cup, I believe, was third. I could look it up here in a second. I was looking up real quick the
Oh,
Leonard Fournette stuff, but
okay.
it's not really
So
that important.
Leonard Fournette, his only good game was against the Cowboys, so I guess that's just
what
ingrained in my brain
Yeah.
now.
what's AJ Brown at?
He was like fifth, wasn't he? He's got like
I'm trying to think of guys that would be
600,
second.
600, I think.
Stephon Diggs.
He might be up there. Yeah.
One second. I'm
Also,
right here. Actually, one thing I
yeah,
found out is because I work for PFF, quick plug. I actually have PFF Plus, which is pretty dope.
Dang.
Haven't really looked into it, but all right, let's see. That's targets there. Yeah, we're sorted by yards. All right, cool. Tyreek Hill is 1104. So I mean, he is 100 yards past 1,000. The next up
Mhm.
on the list is 867. Justin Jefferson.
Jay Jettis.
3, 857. Got Diggs. 4 is Cup, 813. Waddle is 5th with 812.
I knew that both the Dolphins guys were top five. I knew that for sure.
And then you asked about AJ Brown. He is 6, 718. So about 100 yards behind Waddle.
Okay.
Well, Brown's only really had the one really good game to start the season with a lot of yards, and then he had the 3 touchdown game, like not
4.
four. It was 4.
I think it was 4.
Well, he had the big touchdown game, not this past week, but the week before.
Yeah.
Yep. He had. Oh, I'm so confused right now. The 3 touchdown game was against the Steelers. It was 3.
Okay.
So he started the season with 155, and he had 156 against the Steelers.
Someone had
Other than
4
that-
last week, I believe. I just can't remember who it is now.
Kamara.
Yeah, there it is.
Kamara had a big week, and so did Joe Mixon.
Yeah, Joe Mixon had 4 as well, I believe.
He had 5.
Damn.
Second best fantasy game for running backs. Number 1 belongs to Jamar Charles, the GOAT.
The goat.
GOAT. He's my GOAT, Joe, because he played for Texas. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Didn't he have a little stint with the Broncos too?
He did.
There you go. It works out.
On the podcast.
So we legitimately didn't even mention Brady doing this is crazy. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Brady hit
Love you
100K.
too.
Brady is the GOAT. And
This is a longevity stat, though. You can't prove me wrong.
Well, I was looking up the passing yard stat, and the one that I just pulled up was definitely not accurate. They have Tom Brady's career. Maybe they just don't have this season. No, they
It's
can't be right.
postseason and regular season.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind.
So you might just be seeing
Yeah, I'm seeing just regular season.
Drew Brees with both, I think, is like 87,000. And he retired, 2 years ago?
Yeah, all I see right now, it's definitely just regular season where Breeze is at 80,000, Brady's at 87,000.
see, him at the 100K, whatever, yeah, that's a lot. But the fact that he has 13,000 passing yards in the playoffs.
Right.
Well, I mean, it happens when you're literally in the playoffs every year because you are stomping over the worst division in football for 20 years.
And most of the time too. I mean, not most of the time, I guess, but just under half the time, you're playing at least 3 games, possibly 4. So he's playing multiple games. He's not even one and done type of guy,
No, Brady was definitely not a one and done guy. That was definitely Peyton Manning. I mean, it's true. He does have Super Bowls, but for the longest part of his career, he was one and done.
Was it one and done?
Yeah, they'd get the Colts would be like 12
yeah, because he'd have the bye.
He'd have the bye, and then he'd be out.
Yep.
I believe his Super Bowl run, though, I think the Colts were like 11-5, and they had to do the wild card.
He's 12-13 all time playoffs.
Yeah, not good.
I mean,
Eli Manning's record in the playoffs is really good because the only time he made it, they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's solid in the play. Like, if you have someone going and playing quarterback in the playoffs, you kind of want Eli.
Basically, it's like you want regular season Peyton, postseason Eli.
Right. Combine the two, you got a perfect quarterback.
You got a perfect Manning. Bring on Arch, right? Bring on Arch.
Facts. Tank for Arch.
So the Brady to Manning segue is obviously that's a thing. You can't talk about Brady without talking about Manning.
Don't look at me here. My eyes are up here. Okay.
I can't help it. It's glorious.
Hey baby, how you doing?
So for us to do the sports nicknames draft, which I'm sure you're not prepared for.
I'm prepared for that.
Oh, are you? Okay.
I'm not.
I don't have a list in order, but
we need a draft
order. Let's see.
We need the draft. Oh, I think me and Joe talked about it. We think Joe has the first pick.
let's see. So we're all 3-0 in
Hmm. The primetime games.
primetime games, and then I had Vikings, which was a dub, but I also had
Hmm.
Falcons, so I went 4-1.
I think I also went 4-1.
No, you went 5-0. You had no, yeah. You took the commies over Vikings, but you had
Yeah, I
Dolphins over
did.
Bears.
Yeah, I picked the commies over the Vikings to cause
And
controversy.
I think I went 5-0. I had the Vikings as well, and I picked the Jags.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
Man, both of our upsets though, man, this close to happening.
mine did happen.
No, yours did. Me and James.
I
yeah,
know.
well, the me picking the Dolphins almost didn't happen.
Right. I mean,
So I guess this counts as week 9 talk, right?
same with me taking the Vikings. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
whatever. Well, I guess we got to figure out between me and you who's taking second and who's taking third. I don't really care. You pick.
we'll say if anyone joins the YouTube, they can pick. Well, actually, you know what? You were late. It's a
Yeah,
penalty.
that's why I said you pick.
5-yard penalty, automatic, second down.
But I do have I do have a question to ask you guys.
Oh, we get a blindside?
A little bit of blindside here.
Okay, let's just. All right, let's wrap up week 9. Anything that
Okay.
stood out to you? We talked about Joe Mixon. Um, the Cowboys and Broncos both didn't lose. Had a bye week. Kind of
The
boring.
Raiders continue to lose.
Yep.
Facts. It's their like what third or fourth game when they've blown a 17-point lead this year.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Absolutely incredible.
Love to
Did you
see it.
see the hot take of Josh McDaniels is a genius? He's competitive but also tanking at the same time to get like a Young or the first round draft pick to get rid of Carr. Did you see that?
I haven't seen that, no, but there's been rumblings about McDaniels not wanting Carr to be his quarterback since day one.
Yeah.
Holy Colin, holy Colin! Shouldn't he be in your other? Shouldn't he be doing with some birds or something?
Yo.
And that is Joe reading the comments as if they're how they're said. Um,
What up, Colin?
let's see. The Giants had a bye week. The NFC East went 1-1 this week, unfortunately.
I mean, the Packers taking a big fat L and throwing 3
Packers,
picks.
what, five straight?
Think so.
Five straight? Five straight. The Bucks finally got off their skid after 3 straight.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Jets for real?
We talked about Josh Allen yet?
No, we haven't. This is our first initial week 9 stuff. We were talking about Peyton Manning and Eli Manning when we were talking about Brady. So we're just all over the place. What's new? It's literally in our name in boys. So, I mean, it is what it is.
You guys can't even be mad. This is what if you're watching right now, this is what you signed up for.
Absolutely.
Eventually we'll get our stuff together and I'll be getting the audio on Spotify and maybe we'll get some videos on actual TikTok.
One day I'll have some time.
One day. Let's just this needs to be a segment. 5 seconds of Joe. Go.
Joe, you're the best.
Even
the
when
best
I
music.
messed up.
Oh, let's let Joe tell.
Joe,
Joe told me the story offline.
Are you Amish?
I realize that I look like it right now. Welding today, a random spark came and lit my beard on fire around here. And trying to fix it, I realize now I look Amish. So
we've been spending most our lives living in an Amish paradise.
Kind of sucks because you can kind of see where it was.
Here, I'm definitely going to. I'm clipping this part alone just to prove that Colin wasn't actually in the 302. So anything else week 9? I don't think.
Are the Jets for real?
Jets for real.
No.
I'm leaning more towards yes, but also yes. I'm gonna say yes.
I think no, just because I mean I think you're
I think
going
they
to
look
see.
good.
I definitely think they're going to be a good team moving forward. I don't think they're for real this year, just
Hmm.
because of how inexperienced that team is. Yeah, I think we're going to
Mhm.
continue to see good games out of that squad, but I think we'll also see some really bad games moving forward as well.
Hmm.
Um,
Mhm.
so I mean, with their record right now,
What are they, six and
realistically,
three?
I think so. Realistically, they can find themselves in a seventh seed, sixth seed. I
Well,
mean, that's not.
they're 6 and 3. They beat the Dolphins.
Hmm.
Granted, yes, it was their third string, that Skyler kid, and they beat the Bills. And yeah, Josh Allen got hurt, but that was at the end of the
Yeah,
game. Like,
second to last play.
so I mean,
And then he flung it 70 yards afterwards.
yeah, I heard he's going to play through it.
I don't know. That could be a very serious injury because I heard it was partially tore. Um,
Hmm.
and I mean that's Tommy John.
That's what I
So
thought. This is what I thought. That's a year plus.
I mean, yeah, 12 to 18 months is pretty typical for
Yeah.
recovery time for that. So I
Yeah.
mean, if it is partially torn, I would lean towards getting the surgery done because that tears
Yeah.
at any point later on in the season. It's inevitable at that point anyways.
He's
And
going to
then
miss
you're
next year too.
right. You're for sure missing all of next year. This say end of season playoffs times when unfortunately we see a lot of things like this happen. It sucks, but
Hmm.
it's the reality of the NFL. Um, I would strongly consider just sitting them down, go get the surgery done, see you next season, man. It sucks, but that's life.
Who's their backup?
Case Keenum, and they also have Matt Barkley
Case can win some games. That team's
for
good
sure,
enough.
for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, some games would be, you know, you'd have to be winning playoff games too. And I don't know if he's that guy necessarily. That
Hmm.
team is incredible, though. I mean, from top to bottom.
Well, they got good defense. They got good running backs committee, I should say. Uh, Receivers. It's a good committee. Committee. It's better than what they had.
Fair.
But I mean, if they would have got CMC,
Hmm.
that. Mm. So who's the best team in the league right now? Most
Chiefs.
talented. Chiefs. I think I would agree with that.
I would as well.
It's between the Chiefs and the Vikings. Then
Dude, the
with
Vikings are a
Josh
scary
Allen,
team.
it like the Vikings, as much as like we hate on Kirk Cousins and primetime, like he's talented. They got what top five talented running back.
Hmm.
Uh,
Top five receiver. Top five
and
tight end.
eh,
That trade for
eh.
Hawkinson was big though.
Yes,
Dude, he showed up right
I
away.
yeah, I was more going like, is he top five or is he like six type deal? I don't know where he's at.
Top 10.
Yeah.
Fine.
For sure,
Uh,
top 10. I was actually talking about that with a coworker today. There's a very significant drop off right about six, maybe
yeah.
seven. And then I mean, it drops off
Top
pretty good
five.
from there.
Top five Schultz.
I
He's
think
good.
when you hit Schultz, is when it's the big drop off. I
Yeah.
think Schultz
Schultz
is
has
the
been
last
battling.
one before that drop off.
Yeah. And Schultz has been battling that knee. He keeps banging it.
Hmm.
I mean, that's football. That's
But
football. It's football. So,
Sports.
sports stuff. No, we talked about surprising teams. Are the Seahawks for real? They're first in the West. Who called that? I'm pretty sure all three of us had them in last.
yeah,
And 90% of people had the Seahawks as the 30th, 31st, 32nd team in the league.
they
I'll put it
Kenneth
this.
Walker. Kenneth Walker's a dude, and that receiver core is awesome. They were awesome before. The defense is what's surprising me the most, honestly.
Mhm.
Like Gino, yeah, what he's got. a great young running back and a great receiver core. Like, he was a top 10 pick. He's got the talent.
Mhm.
It's just, what is he going to be surrounded by? Like, when he was drafted, what did he have when he was with the Jets?
Mm-hmm.
He had nothing. Like, he has
He
the
got his
talent.
jaw broke.
Yeah. He has a talent. He's got a good offense around him. But the surprising thing is the defense. I don't know that stays up. I don't think they're in first at the end of the year. I think San Francisco takes it.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that. I think, I mean, they can be for real if
Mm-hmm.
their defense continues to play the way they have, and Kenneth Walker continues to be able to have the continued success and consistent success.
Is he taking Rookie of the Year right now? Brees Hall got hurt, so that
No.
immediately took him out of it.
No,
You got Olave?
I
Who you
got
got?
Olave, I think.
If they make the playoffs, yes.
Okay, so just to poke
Yeah,
the
I agree
bear
with that.
because you know how much I love you guys, and I just want to poke the bear. So we live in a world where Russell Wilson has never gotten an MVP vote. If the season ended right now, would Geno Smith get one vote?
No.
No.
I mean, Josh
Most
Josh
people are
Allen got
just
hurt.
voting on two different guys.
Herbert's hurt, so like if Josh Allen plays through the injury, maybe he can still save it. But if he misses time, he's probably not going to win MVP.
I mean, you know what? Yes,
So
he will,
Herbert's hurt.
because
Geno has the 6-3 Seahawks.
mhm.
And
I think he gets one vote because they're most definitely. I mean, we've seen all the media on Russell Wilson. We've seen what they do, how they've been treating him, all that stuff. There's definitely one voter that is going to vote for Geno just to spite Russell Wilson.
I would be that voter.
I'm here for it,
me.
you know.
That would be me.
So
yes, 100%. But hey, what happened to Russ?
Because of what if they're voting just because of what he's done this season, I don't think he'll get one. But there is that one guy. We all know that guy. Usually, guy on the far left of my screen. Don't know where he's at on your guys's, but
I'm on the far left. I'm the first.
Cool. This is actually really appropriate order right here. To be completely honest,
it's me, Joe, and then you.
Oh.
That's my order.
But yeah,
I'm in the middle on mine too.
So
am I on your left?
Yes.
Okay, so then we're not messed up now.
Sweet. It makes me so excited and happy.
Okay, so
never mind.
I did see something crazy on Geno Smith. Like he's, I mean, you should know this, Mr. PFF. He's like first in deep ball throws, first in longest touchdowns, first in some QBR or something like that.
Name a better deep threat than DK Metcalf.
Bro, I literally work on like UTSA games and Southeastern Illinois. Like
legitimately, right now, Geno Smith is sitting at basically 2,200 yards, 15 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 107 QBR.
Mm-hmm.
That's an MVP vote. That's at least one. Even without the spitefulness, that's got to be one.
I think with like, Allen going down, it's Patty Mahomes at a landslide.
I think why am I totally just blanking? Eagles.
Jalen?
Yeah. I think he'll definitely take some votes, but I think it'll be a landslide Mahomes at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Lamar's still going to get some votes.
Yeah.
A handful.
A handful. A couple. MVP type season.
I'm telling you, Geno's going to get that one vote.
He's not.
That's good. If that does
how
happen,
hilarious would it be if he just got one vote?
I would love it for the pettiness, but it's just not happening.
But could you imagine Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl and went to another one in back-to-back years and didn't get one MVP vote, and Geno Smith plays one season of course, not wishing injury. If he finishes the season and just gets one,
That'd be
the media
hilarious,
will
dude.
jump all over that. They will beat that. They will
Dude,
beat that like a dead horse. They'll be like,
that would
Russell
be
Wilson didn't
absolutely
get
incredible.
one MVP vote.
Another like
The crazy part is like Geno Smith is having the most Russell Wilson season in the world. Like compared to his like stat wise.
Yeah.
And Russell Wilson is having a Geno Smith season,
yeah.
bro.
Another team that's shocking aren't aren't the Falcons in first in the South?
No, the Bucks overtook it.
Did they?
Yeah, I think the Bucks are, and they all have losing records.
I think there's a three-way tie for first, if I remember correctly. I think Bucks have all the tiebreakers, not all of them, but
The Bucks beat Falcons.
Oh, so they have the
Yeah,
tiebreaker over the Falcons. Okay.
the Bucks are 4-5. It's four. The Bucks, Falcons are both 4-5. The Saints are
that's
three
right.
and six, and the Panthers at the
If
bottom.
the Saints would have won, they would have been a three-way tie. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Um,
the Falcons, the way they are playing football this year, I love it.
mhm.
I love it. There's no stars, and they're just doing whatever it takes.
Did you
It's
guys
great.
watch that Falcons Panthers game a couple weeks ago, or at least catch the ending of it or anything?
Can we talk about it?
We probably did.
Wait, that was last week. Did we talk about it?
No, it wouldn't have been last week. I think it's 2 weeks ago.
No, it was definitely last week. The DJ Moore taking his helmet off and getting the 15 yards.
Yeah, yes, we talked about it last week, but the game would have been 2 weeks ago from this upcoming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
It's two NFL weeks ago.
Yes.
yeah, because we talked about the. No, I don't think we actually did talk about it in depth. But DJ Moore totally sold. I know the kicker missed the kicks, but why?
Yeah.
Kicking, and Eddie Pinheiro is not a top 10 kicker by any means.
The argument the other way though is like just this past Sunday watching games, I probably saw 3 different players take their helmet off after a touchdown.
Yeah, there's like, okay, if that touchdown would have been game winning touchdown, legitimately not tying, game winning, there's no problem with it. Get your 15-yard penalty, leave the stadium, whatever.
Right.
But effectively, that one cost him the game. Granted, we're playing the hypothetical. Would Eddie Pinheiro have made the normal PAT? Which I think he probably would, because it would have been whatever hash mark he wanted to be on, and it's a PAT. And yeah, I know he missed the one in overtime, but
wasn't that pretty close to a field like an extra point range?
yeah, but I mean, we all know kickers like they're all mental.
I mean, at the end of the day, I agree with you. Like you have to understand the moment of the game and the rules of the game. You know,
I mean,
because it is.
Oh yeah, that was 2 weeks ago because the Panthers played like trash last week, and then Baker Mayfield.
And they also play tomorrow, so they wouldn't play each other in back-to-back weeks. There's usually a game in between, at least, or a bye week or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't the Broncos and Raiders play each other like twice? Like it was them, and then they had a bye, and then they played again.
Yeah. So
Something
I mean, their consecutive games in a row could be back-to-back, but there's always a week in between. But yeah, I mean, you have to understand the rules because it is against the rules to take your helmet off on the field. I mean, sure, the argument the other way is you see it happen in other games and not be called, but at the end of the day,
inconsistent, but it's still a rule,
right? It's still a rule. You know, there's laws that cops enforce more than others. You know that it's the way of the world, and you have to understand, especially in that moment, how big that 15 yards can be for a field goal. You know, especially when, like you said, you know who your field goal kicker is.
It's not like it's Justin Tucker.
Right. He's banging 70-yarders with a little hop step. It's beautiful.
Side note, though, what if he's secretly a genius like they're saying McDaniels is? And he's just trying to get a quarterback for himself.
Or DJ Moore?
Or he's trying to get them to get rid of him because he doesn't listen.
You can pull up the clip of DJ Moore after that game. He just kind of has like you could see the final score, and he's kind of like he's not like he doesn't look mad or pissed off or sad. He's kind of like smirking. So
Yeah.
maybe. But PJ Walker had a hell of a game that game.
Yes, he did. Last week,
But
not so much.
last week, not so
weekend.
much. Yeah, last weekend, not so much. But also, I still like Matt Corral. I want to see Matt Corral not hurt.
Me too. I
I
don't
feel
know
like-
PJ Walker's stat line, but I know fantasy wise he got like -3 points.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Baker Mayfield got more. Like I played Joe, and Joe had Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield was benched, and then Baker Mayfield had like 20 points, and I was like, what?
Classic Baker Mayfield.
Classic Baker. When people start to doubt Baker, that's when he wakes up and feels dangerous.
Boomer Sooner, baby.
Okay, so before we get to your blind side, James, let's just get it over with. World Series. James, you can give your analysis. Okay, Joe.
Expert analysis. Baseball sucks.
And James, any comments on that?
I mean, I completely agree with that statement. I don't know if personally I would change anything about it. I couldn't have said it better. Joe, you might as well get into politics, buddy, because you got away with words.
Thank you. I did take speech with all what is it? Well, what's that major called?
Takes speech.
Apparently you did do it very
Can't
good.
speak.
Poli-sci. I took speech with all poli-sci majors.
I took speech. Forgot how to speak.
No,
I was
I
in
just
a room
forgot
with an
the
NFL
major,
player
dude.
once. What are you trying to say?
What?
That I was in the
I
room
think-
with an NFL player once. What are you trying to say?
I was on the
Same.
field with an NFL player once.
I lifted with one. I lifted with a guy who's on the Broncos right now.
Did you spot him real close?
No.
Well, you had a missed opportunity.
I did. I was
What about
19. I was 19.
There wouldn't have been a thought in my mind at 19.
What?
19. Jeez, 19 was like 100 years ago. It feels like. Anywho,
For you, it was old timer. What?
you both are going to be 30 next year. Like,
What?
I'm gonna be the last one to turn 30 here.
be the first one to be bald.
Fact.
You're not wrong.
Unless I just start shaving mine completely off, which might happen. I've been considering it.
Dude, I usually do mine.
I think I might just start shaving just the top, leaving the sides.
Oh God, no. Don't do it, bud.
You don't want this. You want nothing to do with this, do we? Makes all your bad thoughts and turns
Your
into good
Peyton
thoughts.
Manning cosplay is coming in too clutch.
Kind of sounds like I want some of that. All right, but
Okay, I just want to get my flowers. I said Astros in 6. Astros won it in 6. They probably should have won it in 5.
Oh, we're still talking about baseball.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have to get my flowers. Joe got his flowers for the NBA and for the NHL. I'm taking them for the MLB. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I said Astros in 6.
I'm sure there's a 70-year-old man that loves you right now.
Probably.
Specifically a
But also-
white man.
Basically the entire playoffs, the other two have been saying baseball sucks.
Yep.
To be
Fine.
fair, like
Fine.
I picked
Fine.
2 teams in the same division
Yeah.
to make the Super Bowl.
I mean, you're not getting an argument out of me. I made a prediction. Astros in 6. I was right. It probably should have been Astros in 5. Thank you.
You had a
Thank you.
50% chance there.
Thank you. Hold on. Thank you. No, what? Okay. There we go. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
You better write his thank you notes.
There you go.
We can edit that where you guys are still clapping, right?
Sure.
I definitely can. For sure.
Just have me Anywho,
That
it's
should be really
probably
easy.
5. The Astros were up in the first 3 games, 5-0 on 3 separate occasions. No, in the first 4 games they were up 5-0.
They had to give like people a reason to watch.
But isn't that crazy? In the first 4 games, so the Phillies won the one game with the 100 home runs, but the Astros were legitimately up 5-0 in 3 of the first 4 games. The Phillies stole one. They came back to 165.
I,
And the Astros won.
I
Like,
have a quick question about the Astros, actually. Pardon my ignorance on this topic. World Series where they cheated. Was the problem that they were using the buzzer or that they stole their signs outside of in-game action?
so definitely not stealing the signs, because stealing the signs, everyone does that.
Right, but
Um,
so the problem was the buzzer.
and they were like hitting trash cans or some shit to alert the other
So,
one.
but what's the difference between that and who was it, Bryce Harper, that called him back over to the sideline or to the dugout, sorry, to tell him this is the tip-off? What's the difference between the two? Outside of having a buzzer or hitting a trash can to indicate what your tip off, what you were just tipped off. What's the difference between the two?
Honestly, I didn't
And
really care.
again, pardon my ignorance. I know nothing about this topic. I just saw the one on ESPN, heard about the other several years back, and was like, what's kind of the big deal here?
Ask Bill Belichick. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Everyone still
I'm
signs in
There's
baseball,
another
though.
Joe face. Love him.
I'm gonna be real honest. I can only name 3 players, 4 players that played in this entire World Series.
Go
That shows how little it matters.
facts.
Fair. That's fair. Oh, and also, I put the comment up there, but it happened, guys. The Lions followed me.
Hell yeah.
It happened.
Dubs in the chat, baby.
Yeah. And I just did that comment up there because
No, because really, there's only one, and
See,
it's not you, James.
the difference is Ed didn't have to beg for his.
I didn't
Correct.
beg for it. I didn't beg for it. I didn't beg for it. I did this. I did the sad, crying,
Come
funny.
on, bro.
Like,
Come on,
I
bro.
didn't beg. Didn't beg.
Bro.
I didn't beg. I didn't beg. I
Pity
made a
on me.
Bro.
yeah. I made a funny video. Come on. Come on. I thought it was good. I thought it was a
Okay.
No,
good
it was
video.
good for sure. Just got to bust your
I
balls,
mean, someone's got to.
Facts.
Anywho, so just a quick reminder.
I was late. Based on the time up there, it doesn't seem like it was really that long.
No, you were
About
like
20 minutes maybe from when you guys started.
ish, ish. We waited. We waited for you.
I tried. Stuck in traffic.
Tried so hard and got
Got
so far.
so far. In the
Okay, so
end, the exit was still too far away.
all right, Jimothy, you said you had one.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and let's check it out.
So in your each of your opinions, which teams have been the most, so take the perspective of the team's fan base that you're going to mention. If you were in that fan base, which teams have been the most disappointing this season?
If I was a fan of that team,
Based off of expectations.
Yes, based off of expectations, especially created by fans, but also media. Keep everything in mind, but think of it from
It's
the fans'
100% the
perspective.
Raiders. It's 100% the Raiders.
I agree with that personally. Joe, what are you thinking?
The Broncos.
From our perspective, the two of us, absolutely. That's we our team. But I think from the outside looking in, just looking at all 32 teams, um, you had a team that a lot of the media, fans, a lot of people were sharing the same sentiment that the Raiders were going to be a wild card team again. I didn't see anybody saying really that they were winning the division outside of people that would hold a bias towards them. But they're a playoff team that won with an interim coach, brought in a lot of people's opinion, maybe not at this point, but at the time, possibly the best wide receiver in the league. Some people still believe that as well, which is fair.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's got to be the Raiders.
Nope.
Who are you saying, Joe?
Colts. I know a Colts fan.
That's fair.
And he might be the only person more depressed than me about my team.
I think there was two teams that were really mentioned a lot in the media.
Bubba.
Shout out Bubba. I'm pretty sure he's probably streaming right now. But
so there was two teams we really saw out in the media that were talked about being like a quarterback away. And I think the Colts were, and the Broncos were, of course, the two teams that were talked about that way in the media. The two horses. The Colts, I think, were talked about that a little bit more because people believed their defense was a little bit better. The O-line was supposed to be way better.
Jonathan Taylor.
And Jonathan Taylor at running back.
So I agree with that. That can definitely be.
I think the Packers and the Bucs also have to be in there too.
I would
the Broncos
say,
too. We got to mention that as well. Broncos are in that conversation.
Packers were another team that I was thinking of, but
and the Bucs. The Bucs might win the division, but
see, with the Packers though, I think it was expected, and it still can happen. Realistically, they would have to go on a tremendous run, but I think it was expected that because we have Aaron Rodgers, we're going to make the playoffs. I think a lot of people understood the lack of talent, not necessarily talent, but experience in the wide receiver room. So that's why I think the Packers I would give a little bit more lenience over other teams, because I feel like, especially with the fans, they kind of tempered expectations to start the season. Not to say that it wouldn't start coming around, which we've seen it hasn't. So I give the Packers a little bit more leniency.
I just don't know that I do because I live in Viking territory and I know a lot of Packers fans and they're very upset as well. They expected a drop off, but in no way, shape, or form is it losing to the Lions.
For sure. Now me personally,
5 straight.
Yeah,
right. I personally called the Vikings to win the NFC North, but I still thought the Packers were the 5 seed.
Yeah, you still had them as the best wild card team.
Yeah,
that's still a very good record.
I was expecting to see at least at minimum 10 wins. You've Aaron Rodgers.
I was expecting 12.
I felt the same way about the Broncos. Win at least 10 games. You got Russell Wilson.
Yep. But I still go back to the Colts because I even me, I thought Matty Ice is going to have almost a resurgence because he came in with a spectacular running back, a solid offensive line, we thought.
A guy that was a defense away from winning a Super Bowl.
An up-and-coming wide receiver and a supposedly great defense. They got Stephon Gilmore in the secondary. What's Leonard's real name now?
Darius? Oh, he changed it. He's just Leonard.
Shaq.
Okay. Leonard in the linebacker core and Buckner on the D-line. Those are 3 legitimate stars.
Yeah.
And they have so much, and the fact that they have struggled so much is just crazy to me. And I think the fandom, I don't know how popular of a fandom it is across the country. I would figure it's pretty popular because of people growing up with Peyton. But
I think a lot of people that were, I don't want to say a lot, but people that were growing up with Peyton, I feel like a lot of them left with Peyton too. Be completely honest. Not a lot. I mean, I use that word
maybe
very
to root
loosely.
for Peyton. Maybe to root for Peyton.
Right. Maybe came back. Who knows?
I grew up playing tight end, and adored Shannon Sharp. I didn't go become a Ravens fan.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but we're the three of us. We can't really talk about in the same form as far as fandom as the average fan, the average person that watches the NFL. Because there's a lot of very casual, as the TikTok folk would say, fans out there that really, I mean, especially in this younger generation, they watch the guys they like, not necessarily a team. I know personally about 5 different people that don't really have a favorite team from all over, not just from Colorado, from all over, you know.
Yeah. I'll agree to that, but I'm more going like 30-year-olds like us, they probably didn't flip when Peyton left.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
Like,
it didn't affect me at all.
Like,
did it though? I mean, Peyton Manning had a pretty gnarly rushing touchdown against you guys.
So that's enough of that.
Phone is getting warm.
What's funny is Peyton Manning has done that twice to the Cowboys. He did it as a Colt and as a Bronco.
Nobody expects Peyton Manning to run. Like, come on.
He could have scored from 45 yards out because
it took the cameraman a good second and a half, 2 seconds to figure out where the ball was.
I just want to throw it out there.
Problem with the running quarterback, huh?
Well,
I like being in charge.
All right, I'll be right back.
Whoa! Don't leave me. Joe's just smiling.
Yeah, I think we can all though.
Oh wait, I gotta fix the order.
Now I'm in the middle.
Fix this. This is great podcasting.
Oh, it's perfect.
What I was gonna say though, now that we're back to normal, I think we could all agree though that I mean me and James of course think it's the Raiders. You say the Colts. I agree that the Colts have a strong conversation for the most disappointing team, I guess you could say, this season. But I think we could all agree it's one of those two. Would you agree with that, James?
Well, I saw Mr. Batman. He brought up the Rams, and obviously, that's valid.
It is valid. I think though, I mean, Super Bowl hangover. I mean, we've all heard it.
But the Super Bowl hangover is usually not the team who wins; it's the team who doesn't.
Yeah, actually, that's true. Very, very true.
Like, it's hard to repeat, but usually that team who's trying to repeat, at least
usually don't fall off the cliff. You know.
Are we skewed because of Tom Brady? Though.
Probably. The dude's been in 80 people.
Because if you think about it, the teams that have won versus him, they had a down year the next year.
I don't know. Tom Brady's gonna play.
Tom Brady's the GOAT.
See, I took that more
Tom Brady's
as
divorced. He's never leaving. He's never retiring. He has nothing else left. He's just football.
I took that as are we skewed by Tom Brady, as in they should be talked about the Bucs as a disappointing team?
Yes.
And immediately in my mind, I just thought I don't think any of us have truly count Tom Brady out yet.
I don't know that you ever can.
Right. That's what I'm saying. No. Until statistically he cannot make the playoffs.
Until statistically he cannot make the playoffs, I'm saying he's making the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's not he. If he somehow wins the South with a 6-11 record,
that'd be crazy.
I'm picking him to make the Super Bowl.
He's going. He's going.
It'd be the most Tom Brady thing to do.
You're right, and then he'd win, and then he'd have 8, and then he would still be he would get 8 rings back because he just lost one to Giselle. Wait, too soon. So he'll be back at 8 rings, and it'll be like she never left.
Wait, I would be more concerned right now if the Bucs were 9-0. They ain't winning the Super Bowl. That's what I would say.
You know what? I agree with that statement.
statistically speaking. He has a
Are we
better
blinded by
shot.
Tom Brady?
Yes. He's so beautiful, man. He's handsome.
I feel like the next pod, we're going to start off with the draft photo of Tom Brady for the countdown.
I got an idea. Next draft we do, we've all seen the 20 pictures headshots
We're
over the
drafting
years.
Tom Brady.
We're gonna draft Tom Brady's headshots by year. I'll get them all preloaded into into StreamYard. That way I will pop it up as soon as someone picks it. That's gotta happen now. Like,
As long as crying Brady with the long hair when he's wiping his eye, that's one of them. Because I don't care who picks it.
Tom Brady
That's just
meme.
got to be all of them. Tom Brady headshots, and not the ones he did with the Giselle.
I like just the yearly headshots better.
That's fine.
Because you can go into a lot of places with just headshots of Tom Brady. Like, I could find a lot of shit on the internet.
Well, we already talked about like Brady's going to be like that 90-year-old man for the Kansas football team.
Did you guys hear
gonna be out
about?
there.
Did you guys hear the rumors about why he came back this season? The money thing with Fox.
Mm-mm.
So I read a rumor, forget where, but might have even heard it on the radio, by the way. But anyways, I heard the reason he came back is because he knew going into after the Super Bowl time, he knew that he was going to be getting, or after he retired, he knew he was going to be getting divorced, and decided to come back and play at least another season so that $380 million deal doesn't take into effect until the divorce is finalized.
I agree 100% with that comment. This is all his evil plan. Have horrible seasons, squeak into the playoffs, and win out and ride off into some.
And prove why he's the GOAT. Like, I just took a 6-11 team to the Super Bowl and fucking won.
Brady could never make the playoffs again.
What more
the
could
rest
you do
of his career? He's already like he has nothing left to prove. He honestly should have just chose his wife.
I feel like this was a long
Giselle,
time
hit me
coming.
up.
I mean, you don't just up and get divorced because he just came back this season.
Yeah, no, it's been a long time coming. It's been in the
Yeah.
news about how she wanted him to retire and he just wants to keep playing. He did say 45. He's 45 now. So technically, this would have been his last season regardless, based off of his own timeline.
You know what, though? He said FTB.
Yeah.
We out. We playing football.
You not wrong. You not wrong.
Is that 2 quarters?
Well, he didn't say it.
I've said other swear words though, so like.
But
Plenty of them.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it'd be like that. I just want to touch on this just to keep it moving along. OBJ, where's he going?
Bills.
I think he's going to the Cowboys, man. As soon as I heard about Josh Allen, and I actually heard last night, he was gonna be out several weeks. And then it came out today he's limited. Yeah, I heard that today.
Yeah.
But because of like that unknown, I feel like the Cowboys are one of the most dangerous teams in the league right now, with how incredible the defense is. They have, no matter really who's back there, they have a good running game.
You see Micah's been recruiting him on Twitter.
Yeah, and like Jerry Jones, everyone's been talking about him in Dallas.
Yeah, Jerry Jones is like, he'll look mighty good with a star on his helmet. Dez Bryant is recruiting.
Is he from
His
Texas?
family is. His family is. Like, I think his dad's side. He mentioned that, and he actually posted a picture. Micah posted a GIF of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase saying defense wins championships. You know what happened last year. Like he hell of a recruiting pitch. They had a little like a thread. Is that what it's called on Twitter? It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Where they were just responding back and forth to each other. And Uh, Someone said come to the Chiefs. He said that's not
right.
out of the picture. But I think I'm thinking Dallas too. And I made that funny. Well, not I guess to the Megan Trainor song, which by the way, shout out Megan Trainor, I love you. I'm not wearing my ring, right? So how you doing?
How you doing?
um, I made that OBJ video to the her song. I made you look, and then people was in the comments was like, "This is fake." It was like, "No shit, it's a parody. I'm joking."
The song is
And
literally about like
making you look.
making a joke, making you look.
And
You
the
can't be
amount of
mad.
people
Like,
that everyone was like, "This is fake. This is fake." I was like, "No shit." And then I actually ended up making a response saying like, "Hey, listen, like that video itself was a joke, but the talks are real. Like I didn't just pull it out of my butt." I just think, there we go. How you doing?
how you doing? How you
So
doing, Joe?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I think OBJ is going to the Bills. So
What do we got here? A couple haters. A couple haters.
where would be like the most fun place for him to go, though?
Kansas
Not the
City.
best fit, but the most fun.
Kansas City.
See, I'm thinking the
Fuck Vegas,
Dolphins.
dude. Like, you want to have fun? Go to Vegas.
He's my only thing with the Dolphins, while that would be wow. Uh,
That'd be fun.
That would be the most head scratching decision
I
of
think
all
going to the
time.
Dolphins would ruin the Dolphins.
But that'd be fun.
To watch the Dolphins collapse. I think the
No,
Dolphins are.
no, that
I,
you don't need to run the ball. They don't need to run
Actually,
the ball.
I think the
Just
Dolphins might be the perfect fit for him.
you
I
have
don't.
Jalen Waddle, you have Tyreek Hill, and you have OBJ. Let's
Working,
just go have some
working the
fun.
routes, work in the middle of the field.
You
Like,
can't have two diva receivers.
Tyreek
It,
Hill may wear the glasses, bro, but he has no problem sharing that rock.
he definitely has a problem.
Let's just have some fun and let's just sign with the Dolphins.
Okay, Joe is
Or
predicting the Dolphins to be different. Like it.
or
He's
go to
going to the
San Fran.
Jets, bro.
Just give the San Francisco 49ers
He-
every weapon imaginable, just no quarterback.
Could you imagine if he goes to the Jets?
Okay, now I feel like we're just going crazy right now. I think I think it's down between the Bills and the Cowboys. That's been the craziest. Like the Cowboys and Bills are in the bidding war. OBJ has family in Dallas. Mike is recruiting him. Uh, Des Bryant is recruiting Jerry Jones, and the GOAT Gucci Danucci Ben DiNucci is recruiting OBJ as well, and that's the
See,
selling point for me. The
see,
moment
I
Ben
thought,
DiNucci calls you up and says, "Hey, what's up, man? Come on over to Dallas." I'm coming. Gucci
see,
Danucci?
I
Do
was
you really
100%
think
on the
that the
side of
other
the
Bills
Bills
players are
before.
though?
Huh?
Do you really think other Bills players other than Von aren't recruiting him though too?
Oh, yeah. No, I do believe that. But the Cowboys players are
Okay.
doing it publicly.
Yeah, I was fully on board with him going to the Bills until the Josh Allen news came out. I just think with the uncertainty, man.
All
We'll
right,
see
so
though. I
let's
mean, he'll
let's
be fully
Uh,
cleared this week,
Hold up.
allegedly.
We talked about the Vikings, but let's not forget what Case Keenum did with those Vikings with Stephon Diggs and another solid wide receiver. Let's not forget Case Keenum
Yeah.
might be able to do something.
Hey, Case
I,
Keenum,
I
Dak Prescott, pick one.
Dak.
Okay, that's fair. Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, pick one.
Bills
Bills deep.
defense, Cowboys
I'm picking
defense.
Bills.
I'm
Bills.
I'm taking Cowboys.
Bills.
Yeah, I'm taking Cowboys.
You tell me one player, Micah. Bills defense.
The only thing that's scary about the Bills defense
Bills
is they've
defense
been
is
really
banged up.
good, and
Bills
they get
defense.
They get White back.
I'm picking the Bills defense. Those safeties are too freaking good, man.
They're missing one, aren't they? Still.
I didn't
They
know
still
they were
have
missing a safety.
Hoyer and Hyde. They think they're still good. They've been missing White all year, and White's supposed
Yeah.
to make his debut.
Yeah.
I'm
I didn't
looking
think
up
they were
because I'm pretty
missing one
positive
of the
one of them
safeties.
was out for the season. One of the safeties.
I don't know, but
I'm looking it up.
yeah. Okay. Well, while you look that up,
Because Ed Oliver's been playing pretty well this year. Like I'm like Micah is number one. Not disputing that. But the rest of them, I'm picking the Bills. Bills offensive line, I think, is playing better than the Cowboys offensive line. Dawson Knox is playing better than Dalton
Micah
Schultz.
Hyde's out for the season. He hasn't played since September 19th.
okay, so he did get hurt. Okay,
Uh,
so
Other than quarterback, but also, what has playoff Dak done and what has playoff Case Keenum done? Just saying.
Case Keenum did it with a different team though.
Similar build.
so I think it's time. I think it's time to go ahead and move on from this.
Case Keenum better than Dak Prescott. Let's go. Got to get the draft hat on.
It's surprisingly really good. All right, what's our order for the sports nicknames draft?
Left to right.
Well, middle to left to right.
Yeah, sure. Perfect.
He went undefeated in last week. So Joe, we clarify we're doing all sports. We're not just doing like football.
Yeah,
And
we'll
just
do
players,
all
right? Not teams. Players, not teams.
players, people. Yes.
But all
Okay.
sports.
All sports.
Yes. Yeesh.
First round, first pick, Tiger.
Good one. That's a good one.
Well, I don't hate it.
I mean,
First round, first pick, Tiger Woods.
I was really hoping Tiger would slip.
I honestly thought Tiger would be like a third round pick, honestly, because I know not a lot of people actually think Tiger is his name.
Oh, I know. I have it written down right here. Hold
Eldrick Taunt Woods.
on. Yeah, Eldrick.
Eldrick Tauntwood, which makes me want to pick with my first pick. I'm not going to pick it though because I don't think it's that great of a nickname. It's a good nickname.
Yeah.
And we could literally, maybe it'll be later on my. We'll see. I'm going pick one or pick two, round one. Give me Sweetness.
It's a good one.
Give me Sweetness.
He was on my board. He was on my board.
Sweetness definitely on the board. You know what? I had like almost an obvious choice for here. You know, might not have been everyone's number 3, but it was definitely in everyone's probably top 5. But when I was going through nicknames the other day,
Yeah, you got to pick what you take. Take best available.
I saw Randy Johnson, bro. You guys know what his nickname was?
The big
Absolutely.
unit.
The big unit.
Big unit.
Like
That's
that is
name.
round 1, pick 3, the big unit.
I don't hate it. I think that's a great. I think that's a great first round pick.
That is
Solid. That's a solid first round, boys.
I mean, it's definitely at full mass. It's not flaccid. Very good pick.
I just love that the two baseball sucks guys are gonna go baseball back to back. Because with pick 1 of the second round, I'm going Big Poppy.
Nice.
See, now, part of me, great pick, Joe. Love it. Part of me wants to do the trifecta of baseball for this round. There's a lot of great baseball nicknames. But I feel like, actually, you know what? I am going to go baseball. Give me the Sultan of SWAT.
Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I
One
don't
of
know if half the
many,
people are gonna know who that is, though.
one of many nicknames for Babe Ruth, the Sultan of SWAT.
Sultan of
Uh,
SWAT.
That's fair.
That's a great. I don't know if that means I get all of his nicknames, but I guess technically he had multiple, so I guess they're still on the board.
Yeah, I mean, I was honestly, I mean, I'll ask the question, can pick three of the second round be Babe Ruth?
That's his nickname. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if
The
that's the
Babe.
second best nickname. Babe would be his nickname, but I don't know if that's the second best nickname though.
I feel like I gotta keep it baseball though. I don't know. Let's see.
No, we just did a full baseball round. You can
No, I
mix it
was the
up.
last pick of the first round.
Yeah, but you did the
Yeah.
first round was
We
a
we
baseball
did
pick.
we did three baseball in a row. That's fine.
All right, word. All right. So give me for the third pick of the second round. Let's go with give me the great one. It doesn't get much better than that. Give me Wayne Gretzky.
Hmm.
Sure, sure.
You know, I
I
That's
mean,
feel
fair.
like we should have done this. We should have done this without saying who they are to see if the other two could get it. But so far, I think we all would have gotten it. Would you have got the Sultan of SWAT though, Timothy? Would you have gotten
no,
that?
no. I've never heard the Sultan of Swap.
You
That,
never
that
seen
is a
Sandlot, bro?
I it's
The
been a
Great
very,
Bambino.
very long time.
That's fair. That's fair. All
So
right, Joe.
with the first pick of the third round, I'm going back to my childhood a little bit to one of my idols growing up. It's my favorite nickname of his, but if we get multiple nicknames, gladly. But I'm taking Diesel, the Diesel
Shaq. Shaq.
back.
Love it. Would you have gotten that one?
Yes.
Okay. He's got 100 nicknames too.
Yeah,
So I think this is an absolute steal for the third round. Prime time.
it
Solid.
is.
That is good.
It is a good one.
Prime time.
That
Prime
is
time.
very good. Oh, I'm stuck here. We've got
But that means you've gone to football. So I automatically hate your draft. Yeah.
Oh, I've done two football. Well, I mean,
Yep.
how can I pass on sweetness though?
all right.
Are you just doing different sports, Joe? Then
Round three, pick three. We're gonna go with the axe murderer.
I don't know who that is.
MMA. Little hint. Wanderlei Silva, the axe
Hmm.
murderer. If you go
I
by the
wouldn't have
axe
got that.
murderer, you should most definitely be feared.
Yeah.
And would you
Yeah.
and would you rather be feared or loved? I want people to be afraid of how much they love me. You know what the reference is?
You're just dropping so many things all at once.
Do you know the reference?
No.
No.
The Office. Michael Scott.
So I'm gonna do. I need a facial reaction here. I have never seen an episode of The Office. Not one.
Goodbye.
Huh.
So Joe, I think we're moving on to the fourth round.
Fourth round. And
He actually left. Like he's gone. Gone.
wait, what?
I can't even bring him back in. He's gone.
Oh god. So I've done
He just came back. So
full on left. Not only just took
that
off
that
screen,
that
but full on
that
left.
really that
User has
really hurt
left the
him.
chat.
That
User has left the
that
chat.
that really that he just rage quit right there.
Oh, I've been laughing for a good 90 seconds straight.
I went to go add you back, and I'm like, he's gone.
Dude, I didn't know honestly when I hit leave that I would just leave. Like I thought it would say, "Are you sure?" uh,
The only thing I don't like about this draft is there's going to be so many left off the board.
oh
So
yeah, we got there's gonna be a lot of honorable mentions here.
oh yeah,
I gotta pull my list back up. There we go.
All right. So what round are we in now?
Four.
fourth.
And it's my pick, right?
Yep, pick one, round 4.
Pick one, round 4. I am going to go a similar route to your last pick, but I'm going with the Iceman.
I love it.
I've heard of that one, but I can't think of who it actually is.
You know him from Blue Mountain State, probably.
Oh, Chuck Liddell,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Remember when I had my mohawk? Remember when I had my mohawk back in the day in the goatee?
Yeah.
One thing, real quick, Blue Mountain State, such an underrated show.
It's a great
Underrated.
Yeah,
show.
I think it's very underrated. It's very unknown.
It had me on the first line.
Yes.
First one done.
Yep.
World changes for everyone.
But
And the best position in football, backup quarterback.
you're not wrong.
Hand me down. I'll just leave it there. We won't go through the rest of that statement.
Speaking of Blue Mountain State, tell me Leighton Vander Esch is not a real life Dak Castle.
Yes, dude. I've been saying that for years.
And he played for Boise State.
Like him.
He played for Boise State, same colors.
It's almost like he saw that. Like, 'cause how old is Leighton Vander Esch? He's around our age.
He's in his 5th year.
Yeah.
So
he's around our age.
Because it came out.
Yeah.
I think I was maybe late high school. When did it come out?
It would be. I think it only had 4 seasons, right? It was college time.
I know I was definitely in
I
college
watched it in high school.
Did you?
So that means you would have watched it in high school.
Partially, because there was
it came out in 2010.
Seasons?
So that would have been my junior year.
That's sophomore year. Sophomore year. No, I was a freshman. I was a freshman in college. I graduated in 2009.
Yeah, but you did, not us two.
Yeah, I graduated in 2011. So
same.
1 1 1 1 1 1
Yep.
1 1.
Yep.
Is that a thing in Colorado?
I don't know. I didn't go to high school in Colorado.
Oh, is that a thing where you went to high school in? The whole year chant? Like mine was 0909.
It wasn't a year chant. They made like T-shirts with like the number 11 incorporated into words. It was so hip.
It sounds pretty cool.
Chuck Liddell is a solid pick. The Iceman, I like it. So
Not
I'm
as
going
solid
to
as the big unit, but
the big unit. That's a good pick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go just because it's one of my it's a great nickname.
Nope.
It fits this player so perfectly, and I think Joe might know it, but I don't know that Jimothy's gonna know it. Give me the babyface assassin.
Oh, that I know who it is. I cannot put a name to it right now though.
The babyface assassin. Let me give you a hint. When he was called this, he could not grow a lick of facial hair. Now he has like the kind of bushy beard.
I'm not gonna be able to recall it right now. I've definitely heard
the greatest 3-point shooter of all time.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry, the babyface assassin.
I thought you were gonna say Steve Kerr.
No, it's Steph.
That's the greatest 3-point shooter of all time. Steve Kerr won championships. There is interviews of the coach saying, "I'm not going."
Here. I didn't just pull your leg. Babyface assassin.
No, I know. I've heard the nickname before. I could not put it to a person though.
Look at the.
I remember watching him play at Davidson, and he was just so fun to watch.
He was the only thing to watch at Davidson.
He was the only thing to watch in college basketball that year.
It's fair. Fair.
All right. What do I want to do here?
Steal in the 4th round, by the way.
We've got
a lot of good.
So many. I've got 2 that are really on my mind right now. I've got a different sport for every pick so far. I actually just realized.
I also think that there's
Same.
one that I'm surprised, but you're doing yours on purpose. I'm going for the best available.
See, I'm not I didn't I haven't necessarily been doing it on purpose.
Oh, I have
No,
100%.
Joe's doing it
I
on
mean,
purpose.
it's
Joe's doing
definitely
it
been in my
100%.
mind. I've definitely thought about it, and it may have swayed a decision. But round 4, pick 3. I'm stuck between two people.
That's what she said.
I'm literally stuck between two people.
Squeezed in the
I'll be the
middle.
rock. He'll be the hard place.
You know what? Round 4, pick 3. Give me Megatron.
Solid one.
Solid.
Solid
Absolute
one.
steal.
That was actually the one that I was thinking that like no one's taken. That would have been an absolute steal in the fifth.
I think the other one is
Don't say it.
probably
You
going to
can
end up
save it.
being an honorable mention.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. We'll see. I might take it next round. We'll see.
I can't allow this one to not be drafted. I was hoping one of you guys would draft it, but I'm going to have to draft the same sport twice, and I'm very upset about it. But
What sport is it?
basketball.
I wonder if it's the same one I'm thinking of.
I don't know.
I was thinking I was going basketball this round too.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I'm curious.
What do you got?
All right. Round 5, pick one. The answer.
Good.
Allen
That's not who I was
Iverson.
thinking of.
You ask the question, he's the answer.
Allen Iverson,
that's-
right?
Yeah, that's Allen Iverson. You got it. I like
That's
it.
not who I was thinking of either, but I do like it. I have him on my list though.
That I was like, that has to be drafted. Like for my basketball pick, I was like, honestly, I like the answer more than I like any of Shaq's. But Shaq was like my hero growing up. So
We got the answer on the list. Very zoomed in, but
but
So
he was there. But not who I was thinking of.
he wasn't on my list. It's a good one. But my last pick, the one I really want to choose is going to be an honorable mention. I know that for sure because I can't let this one get off the board either. I got to do another a basketball one, and I know this player particularly hates it. I don't care. It's amazing. The Slim Reaper. Durantula is also a good one as well, but Slim Reaper. It's a great nickname. Plus,
You know what?
he played like it's good. You don't like Slim Reaper, Joe?
No.
Why not?
I like Durantula as a better nickname for him.
I love the Durantula, but the Slim Reaper is it fits him just like the babyface assassin fits
Yeah.
Steph Curry.
Mhm.
Like it fits him. Durantula is just a play off his name.
So I'll give you guys a quick honorable mention because I was going to go basketball with this pick, which I no longer am. But first honorable mention, Dr. J and the Claw. The Claw is who I was going to go with. I'm not
You
going with
weren't
him
gonna go
anymore.
with Joker?
Nah, I mean the
Wait,
Claw,
don't tell
bro.
me you can't make you a pick and then do honorable mentions. Why are you skipping steps? And I can say that's what she said all I want, Mr. Batman.
So I think I'm gonna get absolute steal. Ooh, oh nope. Going back. I'm going back to basketball. Going back to basketball. Give me Black Mamba.
That's a good one.
My one that would have been an absolute steal right there. What I was gonna go with, the Juice.
It has juice.
It has a juice.
Juice. Perfect harmony, if you ask me.
I mean, I think we got to end this episode with the "You are," but not now.
On fire.
I said not now. So
Desire.
that the Black Mamba, that's
You
a good
are.
steal. I was gonna go with Pele, because that's his nickname. That's not his real name, and not a lot of people know that. I know we mentioned that on a pod when we did the name game.
Honorable mention: Iron Mike Tyson.
That's a good one.
My pick would have been if the answer would have been the fridge.
Solid. The bus.
The bus.
Dick Night Train Lane.
Yep.
You just wanted to say Dick and get away with it because that's his actual name.
Is it though? Is his name Robert?
No, I think his name is Dick Lane.
Or is it Richard? Dick
I think
Lane.
it's Dick Lane.
Did that guy, if he was born 40 years later, he would have had a great job on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just... Are you farting?
The Greek Freak
No,
is another one.
Try to hold the laugh back though.
The white chocolate.
Absolutely.
That's a great one. The Flash. Why did we let Wade get off the board?
Because the Flash really didn't last as a nickname past like
I know
2005.
But why? It still was a nickname.
Yeah.
Obviously, Durantula, the Great Bambino. There's so many. Michael Irvin, the playmaker. It's a good one.
Magic
the
Johnson.
Round Mound of Rebound.
Broadway Joe.
Broadway Joe.
Joe Cool.
Yeah.
Joe
yeah.
Joe
Mean
Shiesty.
Joe Green. Joe Shiesty, yeah.
Joe
the Sheriff.
Jake the Snake. You could use that with multiple people.
See, the thing with me about this one is I thought about using WWE guys, but like that's not really their nickname, that's their persona.
Yeah.
Right, it's a little different.
I genuinely thought about the Heartbreak Kid.
That is a nickname of a persona. So
I mean,
I would have to allow it.
Could we have, is this a huge miss by all of us? The Rock? Because yes, it was a persona, but I think now it's more so a nickname than a persona, although he does make appearances maybe once a year, once every 2 years.
No, I think once he got out of WWE,
but it became a nickname not in sports.
Right.
It was Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So it did stick with a nickname, so I feel like that would have.
See, I feel like it wouldn't because it wasn't a nickname in the sport.
Yeah, I agree. It was a nickname outside of sports at that point.
Okay. That's fair.
That's fair, yeah. Glad we all didn't miss one.
That's fair. So I know.
Oh,
did you guys see the emoji?
Here's one we missed. The Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
Well, I mean,
MMA. He started in MMA. I don't know if he went by the Beast incarnate at that point though.
He started in
the NFL. He started in the NFL technically.
Well, technically, but
but so
I mean, if we're going nicknames of wrestlers, I mean, Seth Rollins, Seth freaking Rollins.
Seth Rollins it's not even his real name, is it?
No, it's not. It's his persona.
Yeah,
but Seth freaking Rollins would be a nickname.
Dude, I so wish when they
what is he now?
He's still Seth freaking Rollins.
Is that a nickname though? That's just adding something.
The Beast Slayer would be a nickname.
For Seth Rollins can also go into WWE.
Killer.
We can do a whole we could do an entire
Legend
draft
That's a
on
miss.
WWE.
That's a miss. The Legend Killer. That's a miss. The Nature Boy.
Woo!
Woo! And Ric Flair was his real name, so Nature Boy was actually a nickname.
that actually is very fair.
I think we missed on Legend Killer. It's a good one.
We suck.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I still am super happy about pick one though. Getting Tiger.
I'm happy with my pick.
I think that was the best first round we've had.
But another one that I wanted to throw out there just because it was so cool, like when he went by it and everything. CJ2K.
Yeah, that was really cool
for the one season.
Yeah, but it was. No,
so
cool.
He was called it for like several years afterwards.
Well, people still call him that, but it's like.
So it's a nickname.
Yeah.
People still call him it today.
Big
Especially.
big miss in sports. A nickname was the nickname Tooth. Um,
Mm-hmm.
So
Facts, man.
my actual TikTok and every other social media username
You said
is
Tick Dick.
no
Can we rewind that? I'm pretty sure you said Tick Dick.
dick pic. What?
No, you said Tick Dick.
Whatever.
Oh, Beast
Huh?
Mode. That's a good one too. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Beast
beast
Mode.
mode's a good one. My username on all social media sites is actually a sports nickname that I got, except for sports on the end, of course.
No, no, they called Jimmy Loop Sports. Yo, what's up,
Yeah.
sports?
Jimmy the Loop Sports, what's up?
What's up?
Ah.
Uh, let's see. Another reminder, real quick. There we go. There we go. There we go. Uh, I have NBA as a topic, but is there anything exciting happening in the NBA right now?
I mean, it's very early in the season, so
The
not
Heat
really.
won. The Heat won their most recent game, I think. So
Oh,
that's
we also
Paul
missed
George has
King.
4 games with 30+ points. I don't know. That just
Speaking
popped
of
the lungs
NBA,
up.
we missed Magic Johnson and King James.
King James is in.
It wasn't a miss. That wasn't going to pick
Magic.
it at all.
Magic's a good one.
My favorite one that uh is like an older one is Larry Legend.
Larry Legend's a good one. I guess we can determine our draft order for next week by picking our week 10 picks, starting with Thursday night football.
Football.
The football.
Football. The football.
So this
And
game is in Carolina, I
mhm.
believe, and the Panthers are being given 2.5 points.
Side note, I'm guessing you still listen to Pardon My Take, James?
I honestly, I haven't listened to an actual podcast that's not our own.
I saw a clip in which Big Cat was talking.
Shameless self
The,
plug.
the teams the week after they play the Panthers are
Our,
0-8
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah. So
What
The Bengals.
what?
I,
I that just popped in my head because you brought up the Panthers. And I was just like, what? How
well,
was that a thing?
also last year it was the Manning curse. This year apparently it's the Panthers curse.
Yeah.
It's
Wait a
fair.
minute. Okay, so I got Atlanta for Thursday night. I need to check something.
Same.
Same.
And
Patterson's back, baby.
okay, maybe I'm just done. I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. We'll go with that.
Facts.
For some reason I was thinking the Cowboys played the Panthers, but I think that was last year. But anywho, so the Cowboys play the Packers in Lambeau. Uh, if we were allowed to pick upsets, I would honestly probably lean towards the Packers. Just I'm not saying the Packers are good. I'm saying for whatever reason,
You
Packers
could
play
pick
the
your upset as
Cowboys.
the Packers and still pick the Cowboys. I mean, you can't lose, I guess.
No, no.
No, you can't win.
That
Yeah,
too.
that I can't. I just I'm gonna pick the Cowboys against the Packers, but my brain tells me to pick the Packers because Aaron Rodgers and Lambeau always finds a way to stick a dagger in my heart. Whether it's a sideline pass to Jared Cook to get in field goal range, the Des caught it
Incredible.
game, like it's it, it's always something with Aaron Rodgers and the Cowboys. Aaron Rodgers could go out there with one arm and one leg and find a way to beat the Cowboys, and I don't understand it. I'm still picking the Cowboys, uh,
Hey, make
but
a
I'm
jersey
worried.
bet with Ryan.
No, I don't win those.
I'll make it real short and sweet. Packers are dead. Give me the Cowboys.
I'm going with the Cowboys, but I'm not confident in it.
That's where I'm at too. I'm picking the Cowboys, but I'm still kind of worried. Like I know they won. See, the Cowboys are up here right now, and the Packers are up here, and the only thing that's making me still feel like the Cowboys are still gonna because they're coming off the bye week. That's the only thing. If the Cowboys just played a game last week and we're playing the Packers, I'd pick the Packers. Like the only thing that's making me feel a little bit better is that Cowboys are coming off the bye week. I would rather the Cowboys be playing the Vikings this week than the Packers.
Okay.
Coming off the bye. Just specifically by speaking.
So you're saying you're very hesitant on the Cowboys. I understand that for sure.
I'm picking the Cowboys, but the fact that it's in Lambeau, it's just like if the Cowboys beat the Packers, I'll feel really good about the rest of the season because it's like the proverbial monkey off the back thing. Then they'll have to hopefully face the 49ers in the playoffs and beat them. Because that'd be the other one.
Yeah, I like that. Team. I've actually been very shaky on a team for the last several weeks now, being the Broncos. And this week they take on the Titans. And in weeks past, I've been saying I picking the Broncos because I don't pick against the Broncos. This week, I actually feel pretty confident in the Broncos and that they will win this game. Give me the Broncos.
Are the Broncos playing the Chargers or the Raiders?
I was gonna say it for you, but
Give me the Titans.
We saw where that we saw where that was coming.
I was gonna say that, but I figured that can be Joe's running joke until the season ends.
Or until they show me something else.
I am also going to go with the Titans for all intents and purposes. The Titans should have just beat the Chiefs. The Titans have their defense is playing good. I wouldn't say they're like a top unit, but they play well together. Is Tannehill playing, or is it they're still with Willis?
Last I heard, it was still Willis. I haven't heard in a couple days though. Now, since probably right after that game.
I think the Broncos defense can keep it close. But I'm going Titans too. I'm going Titans too.
I think we're gonna see some Russ magic. He's been giving us a little tinkle of it every here and there, a little smidge. Maybe we'll see him. Maybe it's a teaspoon this week. Yeah.
You need to take the same speech class as Joe did. Took you like 30 minutes to get that sentence out, bro.
Okay.
It's okay. I do it too.
That's why I said like, okay. Hey, what do you want me to do here?
Let's just take a moment. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. All right, so let's start with that guy in the middle, Joe. Who's your upset? Who's your underdog? You got one?
Well, I can't cheer for the Broncos. So
sure you can. Why can't you cheer for them?
No.
They depressed me. They depressed me so much.
Just cheer for the defense. Like,
so what is my second thing? I'm a Raider hater. Colts are my dog. Let's go.
Let's go. I love it.
They're a 6.5 point underdog. He's taking them outright. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Jeff Saturday. Let's go.
Someone told me in my video today I look like Jeff Saturday.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit. I don't see it.
I don't know. I don't have a picture of Jeff Saturday next to me.
We'll pull one up.
We can do that. We can say that for the next week. All right. So my underdog is actually surprised that they were the underdog. You guys can tell me if you saw the same line I did. I'm going all the way to Germany, guys.
Ooh, I know. Yeah,
Seattle.
I saw
over
it.
the Bucks. Seattle's a 3-point underdog.
Yeah, I saw that same one.
I don't.
Well,
But
It's
going
Tom Brady,
Germany,
dude.
yeah.
you're right. And until he's not out till he's out. I'm saying Seattle MVP Geno Smith takes him out. Not out of the playoffs, just in Germany.
Single vote, Gino. We'll start calling him.
Single vote Geno. Speaking of sports nicknames, single vote Geno was a huge miss by us guys.
Yes. Big miss. Big L. Big L.
Big L. Big L.
My upset for the week, I really don't really feel a whole lot of confidence. I've been trying to keep it switched up. I know we didn't make that an official rule, but I've been trying to keep it switched up week to week for myself. My upset this week is mostly because I don't believe in the other team more. Give me the Cardinals over the Rams.
That's fair. We talked about this in the first pod. The Cardinals always find a way to beat the Rams. The Rams always find a way to beat the Seahawks. The 49ers always find a way to beat, or the Seahawks always find a way to beat the 49ers. 49ers always find a way to beat the Cardinals. It's the NFC West.
And like neither team's been really playing all that well, but DeAndre Hopkins makes a difference.
That's fair.
So so does Cooper Kupp. Not to
if the Rams don't win this game, I'm putting a fork in them.
I kind of already have in my mind.
Oh, I'm literally doing it.
Yeah.
I'm forking them. If they don't win,
You're forking them.
I'm forking them all night long.
You should be on.
Another underdog that we could have went with, it would be the Vikings over the Bills, just for the Josh Allen uncertainty.
Yeah. See, I was considering that. I wanted to stay away from it because of that uncertainty.
So who's your fave? Who's your favorite?
So my favorite is actually, I don't know if he's still in the chat, but it's gonna make my man Ed here very happy.
No,
My
he's not
favorite, he's not here anymore. Damn. My favorite's the Chiefs this week.
I
like the Chiefs over the Jaguars. Jaguars, I feel like the spread's 9.5.
I have to readjust.
I think the Jags cover. I think they will cover that spread at 9.5, just because the Jags seem to find their way closer in games than we really feel like they should be. Yeah, give me the Chiefs as my favorite.
I like that. I like the Chiefs as a favorite. I like that. Joseph?
Joseph,
I think
I wish I could green screen onto
your
screen.
Hey, could Jimmy, can you say the full name of the Jags again?
The Jags?
Yeah, the full name.
Jaguars?
Where's the I?
The UA that makes not a UA sound all the time.
Jaguar.
I don't hear a difference in the way we're saying. I hear an I sound in the way you say it as well.
War.
I think
War.
This is.
You're saying wire.
Okay.
I'm giving you shit.
Wait. What's Atlanta's team?
Falcons.
That's true. They are the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
But it is the West Sioux Falcons.
What the?
So back to favorite. Going with the Dolphins. They're just a fun team to watch right now. I'm really liking them. So
I'm going with the NFC East rival. Give me the Giants, who for once are the favorite. Haven't they been the underdog for like 3 weeks?
Yeah,
in a row. Yeah. So give me the Giants over the Texans. I also shout out Colin. I told Colin I would pick the Giants for 3 weeks straight. I picked them 2 weeks ago. That week, this week was their bye week. This is the third week. Last week they lost before the bye week. I'm hoping I lose this one.
Joe, I'm a little worried about yours though. Got a Jacoby Brissett revenge game.
Jacoby Brissett revenge game, but we also have 2 of the top 5 wide receivers in receiving yards this year.
And also
So
now a running back that Mike McDaniels really believes in.
Yes.
also another revenge game. Might as well talk about it. I think it's next week. Is that the Browns Texans?
Now
Deshaun's
it's Brown
return
next week. I think so.
next.
I could look real quick.
That sounds right.
No, the Browns play the Bills next week. It's week 12. He was suspended 11 weeks, so he could come back week 12.
Okay, I just thought it was there. I thought it was.
So it's
So we're.
two
But
weeks
honestly,
from this
should
upcoming
he
Sunday.
come? Should he even come back? Considering there was another allegation like during the suspension that came out,
When was this? I haven't heard about it. I haven't
like
really looked into it.
2 weeks ago, somewhere within the last 2 weeks. I saw
I
something. There was another woman.
I mean, hypothetically speaking, even without that even being the case, the Browns play the Dolphins and the Bills the next 2 weeks. The Browns could be 3-7 when Deshaun Watson comes back. Is it worth
I don't
playing
think.
them just because of the record? I mean, do you shake the cobwebs off no matter what? I mean, it's been 2 years basically
you
since he's
don't
played.
have your first round pick, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Get the rust
the
out of
biggest
him for next
the
year.
biggest part that I think about it is the injury thing, but I mean, he
Mhm.
hasn't played in 2 years, so like,
Yeah.
there's going to be rust.
Yeah,
And
but how
people still think he's a top 5 quarterback. Never
now?
was.
Okay,
Not,
so
compa- not
they don't even
comparing the
play
situations.
the Texans aren't even the first week he's back. They play the Dolphins, Bills, Buccaneers, and then the Texans.
Well,
Not
I don't think
comparing.
they. I don't think they include the bye week in his suspension.
Okay, so then he's got to play, or the Browns have 3 more games then before he comes back, if
Yeah,
that's
I
the
don't think
case.
they include the bye. I don't think they do.
But that would
But
mean
anywho,
he's only
Joe,
available for 3 games this season.
we interrupted Joe like 100 times. So
Sorry, Joe.
It's all good. Not
sorry, Joe.
not comparing the things, but like Mike Vick came back and was pretty dang good still.
Yeah.
Well, Mike
Uh,
Vick was also,
I feel like he was out shorter term, though. No?
no,
I feel like
Vick
he
was
was
out
out
for a year
a
and a half,
season.
a year and a
Okay.
Vick was
half.
out a year and a half.
So about the same.
Yeah.
But he also came into a very good situation in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Browns that bad though?
No, they're not.
No, because I mean, I think it'd be fair to say if they have, top level quarterback play, which we're assuming Deshaun
But Vic
Watson's going to
also
be
came
back.
back. Vic also came back like before the season started, not midway
Mm-hmm.
through this.
Yeah. But
So Vic was
Deshaun
able to
Watson's
get like the. Go
Watson's
Yeah,
ahead.
been Watson's been practicing for I think 3 weeks now or 2 weeks.
Yeah, but that's not the same.
but like
Yeah, I mean, but Deshaun Watson's suspension didn't start until week 1, so
You guys want to see a dead body?
Deshaun Watson had the off season with the Browns as well
yeah,
because
and
he had to leave the building week 1. He had all of training camp, preseason, everything.
That's fair. That's
and
fair.
was Vick's number one receiver as good as Amari Cooper? Was his running back as good as Nick Chubb?
Vic's number 1 receiver for the Eagles that year would have been
Deshaun,
Deshaun Watson or Deshaun
not
Jackson?
Jackson. The other Deshaun, the
Yeah.
better, the old man wonder.
who
Who's
caught
like,
a pass on Monday night. Was it Monday or Sunday night?
Did
I
he?
could go and I could play a game.
He got signed somewhere?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
on.
the team.
Why am I totally blanking this right now?
He totally did sign with a team, and I'm also
He
like
signed with a team. The team is
definitely played in a
the
game.
team played in a game on either Sunday night or Monday night. That team would be the New Orleans Saints, and he had 1 reception for 16 yards.
Huh. I don't hate it.
I mean,
Oh,
what's there
And
to hate?
he's like what? He's like what? 36.
Yeah, it's 35 or 30. Yeah, 35. He was born in 86.
What an old man.
But
But
yeah,
what
His
what I
birthday
was saying
hasn't
though
come up
about
yet.
Deshaun Watson is, I think it's fair to say if the Browns had top level quarterback play, like we're all assuming Deshaun Watson's going to be pretty much back to what he was, is an assumption. And I think it's fair to say they'd easily be 5-3 right now, over three
yeah.
and five. Not going to
Maybe
go through their
they could have
schedule
won
and
the
pick
game. They
out where
could
they
have.
would have won, but I'm sure they would have won another 2 games.
I don't know I don't remember who they all played and everything, but I would say probably. He's probably around the level of Dak Prescott. People who say he's like top 5 are just blasphemy after being out of football for 2 years.
I don't think he
But
ever was top 5, but whatever.
he he's probably around that level as far as like his raw talent as to what he has. He's probably around Dak Prescott level.
So here's the Browns here. They lost week 1 by 2 points to the Panthers. Week 2,
They're
1
winning that
point to
game.
the Jets. Week 4, 3 points to the Falcons. Week 5, 2 points to the Chargers. Week 7, 3 points to the Ravens. So I mean, what was that? 5 games, 4 or 5 games that were less than a touchdown. I mean, these are 2 3-point games.
They're probably winning the Falcons and the Panthers.
I mean, all 5 of their losses actually I just named off, except for that's all 5 of their losses are by less than a touchdown.
Yeah, they are a solid team as a
Shit.
whole.
They got some playmakers for sure.
They could possibly be undefeated right now if Deshaun Watson is playing.
If
That's
he
not a
came
stretch.
back and was,
it's not a stretch to say,
yes.
Well, so
assuming he's back to a top 5, top 10 level quarterback.
Yeah.
Speaking of undefeated teams, do you guys think the Dolphins would be undefeated if Tua never got killed? I personally think they still would have lost to the Bengals when they did, when Tua actually went out.
Yeah, I think they're losing that game.
I'm worried about picking the Eagles as like a favorite at all type deal because this is around the time that the undefeated start losing a game.
Also, since you brought up the Eagles, I just want to see your guys' thought of this. I specifically remember last year the Cowboys had their winning record, and all anyone did was say you played cupcake schedule, blah blah blah. You're not good. You're gonna lose first round of the playoffs. The Eagles have had, I don't know where it came out that they've had the 12th hardest schedule, but at the beginning of the season they had the second easiest.
Right.
So I don't know how
projected.
I know, but no, it's based off of last year's records.
Yes, but
at the beginning of the season,
based off of last year's records, you'd think the Packers are a really good team. They aren't this year.
But there's plenty of teams that, I mean, you kind of got to take that with a grain of salt because there's plenty of teams that from week 2 to now are totally different teams.
Yeah,
that they could have played early 100%. In the season.
But my question is, how do the Eagles have the 12th hardest schedule when they've literally played primetime Kirk Cousins and the Cooper Rush-led Cowboys as the only 2 teams so far with a winning record?
Because it doesn't take into account the players that are playing. When it does that statistic, which is literally numbers,
it's record and strength of win, essentially.
It's nothing to do with the players that play.
Okay, but if we're going strictly off record, they've played 2 teams with winning records. They beat the.
You can't argue the numbers, James.
What numbers?
It is put into a database and it directs it type deal. It is a math formula.
I'm trying to understand the numbers. They beat the 2-6 Lions by 3.
That they don't take that. I mean, that's not as strongly weighted as records, though.
But then what are these numbers?
I think a lot of it. I think a lot of more of it too is right now at this point in the season.
The Cowboys.
I think points for and points against are crucial in this type of a thing. And then combined record. I mean, you have the Cowboys, Titans, and Vikings that
haven't played the Titans yet.
Oh, I'm looking at the schedule. I'm sorry, I'm looking at it going down in the column and it's going
through the
bad.
games that they have played. They've played 2 teams with a winning record. For the rest of the season, they will play a total of 6 games with 6 teams with a winning record.
But
how does that equate to the 12th hardest schedule?
So you just included the rest of the schedule too, right?
Yeah. So throughout 17 games, 6 teams with a winning record. As it currently states right now, you can look it up right now. It's 2 more Giants, the Cowboys, and the Titans. That's it. with the winning records.
Yeah, but
Left on the Eagles schedule.
I'm pretty sure I saw the Cowboys up in the top 2.
Yeah, but the winning record.
I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing how how are the Eagles the 12th hardest schedule when they play 6 total teams.
Because winning record
Okay.
is a very broad thing. 6-1 or 7-0 or 8-0 is much different than 5-4.
I'm just winning records in general, though. Just in general, 6 teams with winning records. That's including 5-4 up until 8-0.
Yeah, but you could be playing 6 teams that are 5-4, and you could be playing 6 teams that are 7-1, or 9-1. Sorry, if we're going, or 8-1 if we're going with 9 games.
Then you have to factor. Records. Then you have to factor in the 2 and 6 teams they've played. Look at the records of the teams they played.
Yeah, but you're not.
Look at the records of every team.
You're not taking losses into account in the winning record part. You're just taking the winning record part. You're not including that the how many losses do the Giants have?
3, right? 3 now.
Well, at 3, they would be 6-3 right now. So that's 12-6. I mean, that's what 75%.
No, they're 6-2. They're 6-2.
All right, so that'd be 12-4 between those 2 games. Versus if there were 6 or 5-4 teams, you're talking about.
Well, the one Lions record, the Lions record makes that 500.
Yeah, but other teams play the Lions too.
Okay,
it's not just the Eagles playing the Lions. You got to factor the Lions into everybody else's schedule that they've played, as everybody else.
Who counteracts the Vikings game then? You countered the Giants game. Who counters the Vikings game?
Well, they haven't even played the Giants yet, so I countered the Cowboys, I guess.
Wait, who'd you just counter the Giants with?
The Lions, but technically they haven't played
game. But that's
they haven't played the Giants
that you countered. But you still have another 6-2. I know, but the strength of schedule includes the rest of the season. It's not just what they play.
The strength of schedule. The strength of schedule literally said based on the games played so far. If you add up all that record, I guarantee it's a losing record.
But how does it compare to every other team's strength of schedule? That is the important part. You were thinking based solely on them.
Yeah, your tunnel vision on the Eagles
is around 12 is closer to 50, like the bare middle, than it is the number 1. It is 4 spots away from 500. You're being.
I don't think this.
You're thinking. Oh, they're 2 spots away from top 10. Yeah, they're also 4 spots away from 500, dude.
But their schedule hasn't been hard.
Yeah. Also,
I'm just looking
at like the Viking schedule. If you look up the Vikings, like
I know, I agree. The Cowboy schedule hasn't been that hard either.
Like you can look up
the Cowboys
a whole bunch of things if you look at records that are probably not tough. That it makes sense that they're probably around 12.
I feel like 12 is too high, but I just.
Where do you want it? Where do you want it?
I don't understand how it jumps from second easiest to 12th hardest. That's a huge jump.
Second easiest is on paper
because the Giants, the Giants and Commanders were considered before the season to be 2 of the worst teams in the league, and they're nowhere near that. So I mean, that's a huge jump there because you play those teams twice a year.
The Commanders are still kind of there, but
if the draft was today, they'd probably be 14-17.
Yeah.
So they're an average team, but you play that's 4 games of your schedule that went from worst in the league.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one.
No, you're just being a hater, dude.
I'm not.
No, you can admit it when you're a hater. I vocalize it when I say I am a Raider hater. Just admit it.
No, that's fine. I started this conversation with why is it when it was the Cowboys with the easy schedule, it's cupcake schedule, they're going to lose the first round, and the Eagles, they're the best thing since sliced bread.
No, they're still probably going to lose the first round.
No, I'm not asking between you two. It's everything else.
It's because you're also like, as many times as you hear that the Eagles are like the greatest thing since sliced bread, we hear it about the Cowboys too when they're doing good. You telling me Skip Bayless isn't loud about the Cowboys?
Skip Bayless is
You're
annoying.
telling me he isn't loud about the Cowboys?
And Shannon Sharp's allowed about the Broncos. So
That's what I'm saying. Like you hear what you want to hear, dude.
I only hear that's all I hear. I don't know. Eagles this
But
year.
you're looking
Eagles
through
fans.
it as a Cowboy fan. Like you're looking through Cowboy fan glasses.
I'm not hating on the Eagles. You beat who you beat. I just don't understand. I just don't understand how the schedule that whole like why is it like I can say that the Eagles are 8-0. They deserve to be 8-0. You make the jokes about primetime Kirk Cousins, the Steelers. Why did I say the Steelers? The Vikings are still 7-1. The Cowboys are still 6-2. Yeah, they played Cooper Rush. Whoop-de-doo. Blah blah blah. They beat who you beat. I get that. It was mostly just why was it the Cowboys had a cupcake schedule and this year the Eagles just are beating who's in front of them. That is what I see.
And the Cowboys aren't. The Cowboys weren't.
Sure. The Cowboys still ran away with the East. The Eagles aren't. So the Cowboys ran away with the East.
Eagles are undefeated. Cowboys weren't.
I guess if we're nitpicking.
I mean, that's what you're doing.
I'm not though. I'm asking a legitimate question of why the Cowboys have a cupcake schedule, but the Eagles don't. So if anything, the Eagles being undefeated did. Well, they both kind of do.
Where are the Cowboys compared to the Eagles on this chart that you're referring to?
I didn't see it. I just saw the Eagles. That's the only thing they advertised. The Eagles
so the Cowboys could be 13, and you're. What would you be complaining about?
I'm not arguing that the Cowboys have.
The Cowboys could be 11.
The Cowboys could have had an easy schedule this year. I'm not arguing.
But my point is why are you so mad about it if you don't even know where the Cowboys are in comparison?
I'm not arguing for the Cowboys. I'm just asking where does the 12th hardest schedule come from when you've played two teams with a winning record?
I didn't make the list. I don't know why you're asking us the question. We're just explaining to you what we think goes into all this.
You know, it's a ton of numbers. Into it.
It's not just a dude that's sitting there saying, "Oh, this team's had a harder schedule than this team." It's numbers put into a computer.
No shit. So if your
then why are you asking us the question?
I'm just curious. I was just curious. I wasn't hating. Like I literally said, the Eagles are undefeated and they deserve to be undefeated. Are they the best team in the NFL? No, they're not.
Well, we all already established that.
Yeah. Joe left. Joe's mad. He left, or his phone died. His phone might have died.
Yeah, I think his phone. He was saying it was getting hot earlier.
Yeah. Well, my phone. I had to plug my phone in, otherwise this podcast would have ended abruptly.
Yeah, I had to plug mine in too.
20 minutes ago. That's why I'm standing here now. But I wonder if Joe's done. But anywho, no, I was just trying to point out why, like, when it's, I guess it's just everyone hates the Cowboys. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Nobody was saying anything about the Cowboys, though.
I'm not talking about this year.
Okay.
Last year when the Cowboys won the East, the only thing anybody said was they had a cupcake schedule. And last year when the Eagles went on their like 8-9 game stretch, guess what? The Cowboys and Eagles, Giants and Commanders all have similar schedules.
Yeah, I'd be willing to bet they all moved right around there. I can't. I've been looking for like since we started talking about this for any current strength of schedule thing. I can't find anything on it.
I would say Cowboys are probably in that 15th to 16th range of easy, like right in the middle. But the Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders, and Giants all have the same schedule-ish.
And are you sure that they were just talking about the games they've already played, not including what's coming up as well?
100% positive.
See, when was this one? Everything I find is from weeks ago. Let's see.
Let's just we're kind of rambling, so let's just Asta it here, and we can talk off.
Man, all right. Yeah, Asta.